Good morning, everybody. It is about 6 o'clock. Friday? Days are jumbled. Friday, June the 12th. That's what I'm going to say today is. So we're 29 days out, which is crazy and exciting. And it's a little rainy this morning. No sunshine, no sunrise photo. You just get a live video from me instead. Yeah, so I went for a run, just getting back from my run right now. I did drink water before having my coffee. Actually, like 4 cups of water already. So I just want to let you guys know how I finished yesterday. So I did post that I was going to go do shoulders and some stairs, maybe rollerblade. Rollerblade didn't happen. Biked into work, and then on my break I went for a nice light 40-minute jog. It was really, really nice. The sun was out. Weather was hot. I just jogged from downtown over the bridge, down by the Museum of Civilization, along the water, back up over the bridge, and then back up Wellington, back to work. So yeah, like easy pace, 40 minutes, just really took my time. It was really beautiful out. Yeah, and then had dinner and biked home after work, which was really, really nice. I like biking home at the end of the day when it's kind of like quieting down and sun is setting, sunrise, sunset, you know me, cheesy. Yeah, so how am I feeling today? I have not been sleeping well. I don't know if it's the anxiety of the competition or like the nerves or what it is, but I just haven't been sleeping well. I've been waking up a few times in the middle of the night, having a really hard time getting to sleep. Maybe it's too much of this. So I'm really going to try and hit the hay early tonight, kind of get a jump start on getting my sleeping patterns a little bit back to normal. And my legs are tired today, which sucks because it's leg day. Well, glute day. But yeah, when I went for my jog this morning, I was like, ugh, really kind of having a hard time with it. I did wake up a little earlier than expected. I normally wake up at about 5:30, 5:45, but I woke up at 20 after 5 this morning, and I was like, well, might as well get up. So after just going through Instagram and Facebook feeds, of course. It's like reading the news, right? By the way, Orange is the New Black, out early. And I don't think I get it, because I think I only get Canadian Netflix, and I don't think they put the new ones on Canadian Netflix, only American. I don't know. Something tells me I'm going to be doing a lot of streaming online. So yeah, aside from feeling a little bit sleepy today, my legs are tired, feeling okay. Might have to take a little nap at some point today. Nothing wrong with that. So what I've done so far today, like I said, I went for a little jog. It normally only takes me about 10-15 minutes, depends on where I go. I like to change my route. The other day I did some hill sprints down by the public school, just down the street here, just to finish off my run, just because I had a little bit of a shorter run. And then some mornings, depending on the weather or depending on the time, I like to take a little bit of a longer run, which is a really nice way to start off the morning. What will I do today? Well, like I said, today is leg day, so I'm gonna eat breakfast. That's right, I'm vlogging you before I've even eaten. It's pretty impressive that this is the mood I'm in without having eaten just yet. Legs, glutes, might study a little bit. Need to get on that. Chapter 1 done. On to chapter 2. Don't know how many chapters there are in this guide, but we're gonna pummel through it. Might do a little bit of stretching since my legs are pretty sore and tired. It's a good idea to do a little bit of stretching. Might roll out on the little yoga tune-up balls that I have. Those are really, really good. And I also might, I'm going to practice my posing. I'm going to post a video of my last posing practice that I had on Tuesday. Be forewarned, it's in my suit. Just giving you a heads up. So I'll post that later on today after I post this video. So I'll practice my posing, and who knows, the world is my oyster. That's pretty much it in terms of updating and letting you guys know what's up. So I did have 2 questions posted. I'm trying to do 1 a day, but since I got 2 yesterday, I thought I'd answer both of them. They're pretty interesting questions, actually. So the first one is from Susan, who asked me what the benefits are of fasted cardio. Because like I said, I go for a little jog in the morning before I've even eaten. So fasted cardio is a little bit controversial. So basically it's doing an activity before having eaten, and there is a little bit of controversy over it. Some people are like completely against it, some people love it. Basically it depends on what your goal is, like your goals in terms of like, is it fat loss, is it creating lean muscle mass? It really is good for targeting hard to reach areas in terms of fat loss, but if you're not careful and you're doing too intense of cardio before you've even eaten, you could be tapping into your lean muscle, and you don't want to do that, because you don't want to see everything that you've gained at the gym or by having lifted weights. You don't want to see that kind of disappear, because that's what might happen if you're doing fasted cardio at too intensive a rate. So you want to keep it at a low intensity. When I say that I go for a 10 or 15 minute jog, like it's really, like, you could probably walk beside me. That's how slow I'm going. You basically want to do something that you could carry on a conversation easily, so you're not like really out of breath. Some people do fasted cardio that is like really intense, but chances are, if they know what they're doing, they're not doing it every day. You want to keep it at a low intensity, especially if you are doing it every day, like I do it every day. If you are doing fasted cardio every day, you might want to think about having a little bit of something, whether it be like a really small amount of protein before going to do it, or having some BCAAs, which are branched chain amino acids, which is what I do. I have like a cup, I guess like 8 ounces or so of branched chain amino acids about 10-15 minutes before I go. So personally, I do fasted cardio in the morning. Just helps me wake up. If you're out running, chances are your eyes aren't shut, and if they are, that's a whole other story. I do it just to kind of like get my morning going, get my metabolism going. Nothing more than 20 minutes. I like to be up when the sun rises. It's just the best way to start my day. It always puts me in a good mood. So that's my reasoning for doing it. After the competition, will I be waking up at the butt crack of dawn to go for a run? I'm not sure. I'd like to think so. And then go back to bed afterwards. I will post a link, or at least I'll try to remember to post the link on a little bit more information about fasted cardio. That way you can kind of make an educated choice as to whether or not it's something that you think you would benefit from. So question number 2 was about protein, and this is from Sabrina. She wanted to know how much protein is enough protein and how much protein she should be consuming. So this is a bit of a tricky question. Everybody's protein intake is going to be individual and unique to them. So proteins, like where you can get protein, like meat, fish, beans, nuts, eggs, tofu, milk, grains. Your protein requirements are based on certain things such as your gender, age, height, weight, activity level, and what your goal is. Do you want to gain weight? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to maintain the same weight? And, you know, like how much cardio are you doing? Are you lifting weights? Somebody who has a sedentary lifestyle, or has like little to no activity, their protein requirements are going to be completely different from somebody who is extremely active or lifts weights 4 to 5 times a week or does cardio 6 to 7 times a week. So your protein requirements are completely like unique to you and your activity level and your goals. So it also depends on how many calories you're consuming in a day as well, right? Like if your goal is to lose weight, your calorie intake is going to be slightly lower than somebody who isn't active or is trying to gain weight. Their caloric intake is going to be higher. And like I said, again, it all depends. Like men's protein and calorie intake is completely different from a woman's calorie intake and protein intake or protein requirements. So I'm going to post a link as well for this one. It's a protein calculator. I've used macronutrient calculators. Your macros are, of course, your calories, protein, carbs, and fat. I've used those calculators before. I've used equations before. They kind of give you a generic number, and that's normally for the average person, which is little to no activity. So they say that the average person should consume 0.32 grams of protein per pound that the person weighs. So you could use that calculation, but again, it really does depend on what your activity level is and what your goals are. And the calculator kind of gives you a little bit of a better idea. Yeah, I was actually having a conversation with somebody a week or 2 ago about this, and it's just interesting to see people that work out really, really hard and that just aren't informed about how much protein they should be consuming, and they're wondering why they're not seeing the results if they're in the gym almost every day working their butts off. Chances are your macros aren't where they should be, and protein is really important. Lots of things are really important, but protein is really important, especially if you are trying to gain a little bit of lean muscle mass. So like I said, I'll post the link for the protein calculator below, or at least I will try to remember to post it. Yeah, so I hope that answers your questions, you guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, post them below. I will put out another opportunity for you guys to post a question. I normally post my blog, and then the first person to share and post a question, I'll normally try and get to that. But since there aren't a million questions and there's only about 1 or 2 a day, I'm pretty sure I can try and answer everybody's questions. Even if it's, hey Jess, how are you feeling today? What's up? What's going on? What do you do for fun? Anything goes. So yeah, I'm getting down to the wire in terms of competition prep. I leave for Atlanta in 2 weeks. I'll be there in 2 weeks actually for Pro Action Dance. I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be really interesting trying to meal prep while I'm out there. Hopefully I'm close to a grocery store that isn't too expensive. And then after that, I've got a week left at home before I leave for Mississauga and Burlington and my cottage for a week. So I'm at my cottage for an entire week before my competition, which is going to prove to be difficult and interesting, but it's definitely some much needed R&R. Great, so I'm hoping the day clears up a little bit. It'd be really nice to get out. Oh yeah, and I don't know if you noticed, but we have like Canadian flags everywhere. One's on my car too. I don't know if you can see that. Gotta support women's soccer. Go FIFA. Woo. Yeah, so I hope you guys all have a great day. I hope you're enjoying these vlogs, that they're informative, and you're not sick of me yet because it's only day 2. Several days to go. And like I said, yeah, post any questions, comments, suggestions, and share my blog, and let me know if there's any ways that you think that I could improve it. That'd be really helpful, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. All right, have a great day.